Hi, I'm Hunter Sweetser, and I'm going to be presenting my video about the Death with Dignity Act.
No.
I do.
Okay, what is it?
It's when you ask a physician if you're sick or dying and you say, I'd like to die now in a way that I choose.
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is it?
It's when you're terminally ill and you don't want to live anymore because you find no point in it, and so you ask for a physician to administer medicine so you can die.
So going along with the Controlled Substances Act, the Attorney General suggested the idea that prescribing these lethal doses of medication, usually specifically morphine, to end these patients' lives was against the Controlled Substances Act, as the Controlled Substances Act was an act to end the use of prescription drugs in their non-correct way, so in a way to just use them as like recreationally to get high. However, when he brought it up, it was something that the Supreme Court decided did not affect the Death with Dignity Act, as the Death with Dignity Act was more of a Medicare thing, and was more of a state healthcare thing, and the Controlled Substances Act was a federal act that dealt more with drug control versus healthcare, and the Supreme Court wants to allow the states to continue to control their healthcare versus the federal government.
Every situation is extremely circumstantial. So every situation that you walk into, how old they are, how old the person has lived for, how sick they are, how long they've been sick, whether they're depressed, whether they're experiencing extreme pain. Each situation varies. So it's really hard to make a universal law about something that is so circumstantial that varies from each person.
So the next thing we're going to talk about is these controversies, and the controversies that revolve around it mainly revolve around the moral, not morale, of the act, and whether the act is something that is actually good for human life, because the matter of fact is you are actually killing someone, you are murdering yourself in a way, you are taking a overdose of a substance to kill yourself, which can be considered not okay. And in many people's views, it goes against God's views, especially if you're a religious person, it goes against God's views, making it a very not okay topic to do, or to talk about, and a not okay thing to do. These controversies, however, show statistically when the act was voted in, it was voted in like barely above 51%, making 51% of the population okay with it, and the other 49% of the population was not okay with it. So just in this little tiny difference, it allows us to use this thing, which, and also a lot of other cases, a lot of people do find it a good thing, because it's, in a way, it allows you to take control of your own life, and when you're kind of bedridden because of these terminal illnesses, you now have control of your own life and are more able to do what you want to do.